Hey, you came back. Top of the morning to you. Well, today I'm putting my bike down for a little bit. I've got another job to do. I had a customer come to me the other day and he's got a Harley breakout and he wants to have his, like an ANZAC theme on the tins, the guards and the tank. He wants his grandmother and his grandfather, like a silhouette of them on the tank as well. So my bike for now, I'm putting it down and shelving it for as long as it takes to get this job done. So I'll show you what I got up to on my bike first, and then I'll show you the tins that I'm going to paint. Give us a sec. So you remember what I got up to last time. This is the back guard of my bike. So I got the old lady with the joint. She's got the anonymous mask and got the skulls, the peace sign. Put a little bit of barbed wire coming down through there. And I've got the face down there, the mask. I want to put the barbed wire so it sort of goes along the top of the guard. I've got a little bit of something to do on this side as well. So there you go, I'm up to there. That's mine. But as I said, I'm putting this down for a bit and I'm going to start on these. This is the customer's Harley breakout. There's tins anyway. Excuse my finger getting in the way of the camera. Okay, so it's a fairly bright colour to work with. But what he wants is kind of like an ANZAC theme on the tank. So he wants like the crosshair will be like a poppy field and the sunset or sky, and a silhouette here and here. One of his grandmother, one of his grandfather, and one served in the army and the other served in the Air Force. And he wants a Eureka Stockade flag kind of in this area on the front guard. The oil tank cover, he wants me to put a couple of medals on there, and of course you got your back guard. I do believe he wants the poppy field seen across there as well, but he's after some sort of lettering across here. But amongst all of the reference pictures I got him to flick me the other day as a medal, he didn't have the lettering, so I've got to get hold of him and find out what he wants on there. So I'll probably, I'd imagine, break this down into two parts. I'm not going to be clear coating this one. This is going to another guy, a spray painter through a friend of mine. He's going to do the clear on this, which suits me fine. I don't have to worry about clearing and buffing and all that. So I'll probably do this in two parts, and the last part where the bike's finished and where the customer picks it up, I intend to film that so you can see the finished product. But anyway, that's enough talking. Let's rub this back first, bit of wet and dry, and then I'm going to start plugging away at the artwork and see how far we can get. So I've been sanding this with the wet and dry for a little bit, and I just wanted to point out that I've spoken to the owner. This paint, even though it looks pretty good, you can notice when you look up close, it's got little imperfections here and there, little bits that go through the paint. There's a bit where the seat screws in. So what I've done, I've sort of done roughly over the whole thing, but mainly concentrated on just sanding in the area that I'm going to be working in. Because I'm not clear coating it, and I don't have any of this colour to spot it up, I'm going to focus on just my artwork, and the guy who's going to clear it, he'll spot up all those little imperfections. So you might see here and there a few little shiny bits where I haven't basically rubbed it all the way back, and the reason for that is because I don't have any of the paint to spot it up. and she's a sort of a specialty paint, like colour-wise. I don't want to risk rubbing through any sort of edges and, you know, causing any more extra little issues. So they can worry about that. I've sanded the parts that I need to work on. If it was, if I had a pot of this paint, or it was your typical black Harley or the other colours, it'd be easy for me just to, you know, be a bit more aggressive with the sanding and then just spot up any little edges or bits. But anyway, I'm going to start on the artwork soon. jumped ahead a little bit, but here's a little update. So you get the idea now. It's a poppy field with the soldier, the silhouette. So that's my customer's grandfather, and on this side, once I've sketched it, I've got to put his grandmother, who was in the Air Force, and she'll be in uniform facing him, and in between will be like the sunset, and there'll be a couple of bombers flying over. And then on this side I've got to do like the army emblem, kind of about there, and on this side I'll be doing the Air Force emblem. Where's my finger? There. So she's not finished. I've got to do like sort of wispy clouds in the sky, the bombers, the other silhouetted figure here, right there, and probably put one or two more poppies in the foreground and then sort of detail these a little bit more. So there you have it. That's today's progress. I'll start again in the morning. Hey guys, good morning. I'm just having a little bit of a morning walk before I get started airbrushing again. I had to stop the video yesterday because I needed to send the customer photos of the artwork just to make sure he was happy in the direction it's moving in. But he seems pretty happy, so today will be back into it. So I'll finish my walk, should be shortly, and I'll get stuck into the airbrushing. for the day. It's not finished. I was aiming to finish the art on the tank anyway. I've got the two badges, the Air Force badge to go there, and I've got the Army badge to go on that side. I was hoping to sketch those up, bit of A4, cut it out, bang, get it started at least. But I do have to put a couple of bombers somewhere strategically placed, so somewhere like that, and I'll do that tomorrow. Of course, I had a few different pictures. I could have gone with different sky. This one's got a bit of blue and grey and all sorts, but I'm happy with that. I wanted the sun to be kind of between these two. So there's the female Air Force officer, there's the Army dude standing in the field of poppies in the sunset. And I'm fairly happy with how that looks. It still has a little bit of work, a little bit of refining. I've got to just taper that out down that side and sort of shade it, and then just go over it, pick it, and see if there's anything that needs changing. But that's a couple of days. So I think once I nail this tomorrow with the planes and everything, I'll probably sketch up the two emblems or badges that go on the sides. That'll be my task for tomorrow. If I manage to get both of those done, there, and the planes up the top, then that'll be a good day's work. And then I can start on the other two, the back guard and the front guard, which shouldn't take too long. Although, I'll just unclip the camera. Although, the lettering that he wants me to put on the back here, he wants the poppy field again. And probably not as intense as the tank, but he's got like a paragraph to put in here. And I honestly think the best way to do that would probably to be go to the paint shop and see if they have paint pens, or the art shop. But the paint has to be compatible with base coats, with automotive paint, because it's no use putting a paint on that will react. Sometimes you can put two materials together and they can react, and it can bugger your whole job, so you've got to be careful. Anyway, that's that. So there you have it, that's another video. I wanted to get the whole job done, but I'm going to have to go part 1, which is what I've done now. Part 2, which will be the next one. That'll be putting the emblems on the tank and finishing off the tank, moving on to the guards. So part 2, hopefully not part 3, but if I go part 3 then whatever. So anyway, hope you like the video. Stick with me for the next one. I'll be back at it tomorrow. The weather's cooling down, which is a bonus. So if you like the video, please hit the like and the subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.